What's going on, guys? This is Danny from Slow Restoration. We are in the Isuzu MPR. We still haven't named this, but whatever. It's the MPR. We have Scout with us, and we're on our way to pick up a piece that's gonna actually transform, I think, the Bruce to the next level. I know I haven't talked a whole lot about it. You haven't really seen too much of the Bruce since we did the first taking delivery of it, and then the first video kind of going over it, and that's because, like I said, it's not going to be an overnight project. We have to gather some parts for it. We have some of the parts. We're going to pick up another part. Some other parts we're actually waiting on. So it's going to be quite a different vehicle when it goes back together. It shouldn't take real long to put it back together, but it will take some time to gather these parts. And just get everything that we need, have it all lined up so we're not like completely apart and waiting on other stuff. So we'll see when we get here whether we can record or not. Like I said, it's always iffy, but we'll get here and see. And again, the MPR is doing great. It's actually starting to rain a little bit. MPR is doing great, and this is what, for right now, the purpose of this thing is. Again, what we're going and picking up is a pretty heavy part. We're going to use the lift gate. All that's going to be good, but and we could use a regular pickup truck. I mean, there's no getting around that. You can pick stuff up and throw it in the back of a pickup. It's just about as easy, but we can throw it in the back of this, and we don't have to worry about getting rained on. We don't have to worry about unloading it the second we get home. We can shut the back here, lock it up, and we're good to go. So let's go ahead and get there. Scout's been very whiny today, so he's enjoying the ride. It's always beautiful country as we take these trips to pick up parts. Again, this is the Susquehanna River, the Normanwood Bridge. Got railroad tracks. You got a power plant down on this side. See that? Scout's big head's out of the way. Gorgeous. Alright, guys, we went ahead and picked that part up. We probably could have filmed there. Honestly, the guys were very cool. They had a couple projects I should have filmed. I was just kind of, we have some other stuff we need to get done today, so we got it loaded up. Obviously, with the Isuzu, we had the lift gate. It's, like I said, we'll show you when we get home what we got, but it's heavy, and it made it so much easier. So let's get home. We'll take a peek at it, we'll talk about it, and we'll talk about, I guess, the rest of the direction that we're headed with the Bruce. And yeah, let's get home. Right, Scout? Right. We started unloading this, guys, but this is what we went and picked up. It is a Dana 44. It's actually kind of a Ford drop, but it's correct for the LS swaps vehicles. It is a Dana 44. It does have the Reed Racing knuckle on this side with the high steer, cross steer. So it's cross steer and high steer. So it gets the steering up out of the way so you don't hit stuff and bend stuff up. We have the rest of that also. It is a Dana 44 still, but it does have the big Dana 60 style large hubs, 8 lug. And the most important thing, this is for the Bruce, and with those 44s, this does have 513 gears in it. So the Bruce is getting 513 gears, which is drastically going to help performance and actually make this thing capable of maybe slinging some mud and getting out of its own way. So big upgrade. This is ready to go. We can put this right in. Well, we might have to move the spring purchase, but that's minor at this point. So this is what we picked up. We do have to order some 513s for that 14 bolt, but they're not bad, and we do have a mini spool to go in with that. So again, guys, I haven't talked about this project a whole lot, but we are getting parts in, and when this thing comes together, it's going to be pretty nasty this time. So with that unload, we jumped back into NPR here, and we actually are making dropping off a headliner board out of a, let me get around the corner here, a headliner board out of one of the Cadillac Escalades that we parted out. Guy came, wanted it, it's in good shape. They are very hard to haul. You don't, I mean, as you can see, it's a dreary day, chance of rain, and you don't want to haul them on the back of a pickup and have, you know, road debris or rain or whatever. So we threw it in the back of the box here, and we just dropped it off to him. So another plus for the NPR. I'm sure you guys are going to be tired of me talking about this and how much I love it, but it's just an extremely handy truck. Comes in, I use it all the time. I know a lot of people laugh when I said my daily driver, but it really almost is. Sometimes I just jump in to run up to the store because it's just because. But anyway, we're getting ready to pull in. We're low on fuel again, and we're gonna jump up to the fuel station and get some fuel. Well, we're not getting it there. It was actually shut down, so we'll try the next one. I think we got enough to get there. All right, just as we pulled in here, the low fuel light did come on, so let's go ahead and get some fuel, and we'll make our way back home. Takes a little bit for this fuel gauge to go up, but we did get gas, so we did get fuel. Diesel. It's a diesel. So slowly going up. It takes, like I said, it takes a while for it to go all the way up to full. So anyway, let's get headed home now. All right, I know you guys haven't seen this in a while, and no one has. You can see by how dusty it is. This just got put on the back burner. This is the new Turbo GMC build. We're getting ready to finish up the fuel system. We run over here. Pretty sure I put this in the video, but maybe I didn't. We did get the drop-in module in, and we're getting ready to run all of our lines. First step in this is actually to put the fuel filter together. This is all Dietz Works, and they have a really nice filter system here. This is stainless steel, washable. It's all billet machined aluminum with O-rings. Very nice system. All right, so we're starting on the front here, and we're going to work our way back. We have the fitting on our fuel rail here. You can barely see it. Here's our pressure regulator. Very nice piece also. So we have a in and out to the fuel rail. And at the bottom we have a return fitting, and it is boost reference, and of course up here's the adjustment. This isn't a step-by-step how to do a fuel system, just kind of showing you how and what we're doing on this particular truck. And we're trying to get this done and back up and running. So let's keep going here. Pretty much have this fuel system wrapped up now. Like I said, it's not a step-by-step, just trying to show what we did. We still have to tie these up. We're going to put some clamps and zip tie them, but everything's routed nice and neat out of the way. The fuel filter fits in the stock location. Everything's nice and neat up through kind of stock location, out of the way. And if we come over here to the fuel tank, it comes up through here, wraps around nice, and is all plugged in. We're about ready to go ahead and cycle the key and check and make sure we don't have any fuel leaks. All right, let's fire it up and we'll see how it works. We will have to adjust fuel pressure. And we're gonna need a battery charger. All right, let's give this another shot. You clear? Yep. Fired. We got a bunch of air in the fuel system, so what's the fuel pressure, Mike?
54.
There we go. Oh, sounds like we might have a vacuum leak. You know what? I know we have a vacuum leak. So there you have the update actually on a few projects. The Bruce here, the Civic, whatever you want to call this thing. We need to change the look a little bit too, but we'll get to that. And the Turbo GMC, look for more on that coming really soon. We're getting extremely close to getting that thing back on the dyno. A few more things to button up, some wiring, Mike's got a few things to do. He wants to put the bed back on, get all that straightened out. He did. I didn't show up, but he did blacken out all the frame. All that looks good. Truck's coming along really nice. It's just our schedules didn't allow us during winter time to get a ton done, but now it's spring. Mike's anxious to get back in that truck and make some power. So I don't blame him. Again, the Civic here is going to be a very different vehicle when we get a couple parts back on this. But actually, this thing's going to change drastically. The LQ9, new trans, the new gearing is really going to transform this thing into a beast. And the Holly system also, it's actually going to be very exciting to see this thing come together. So anyway, guys, a lot of updates. We got a lot of stuff going on, and more coming. So stay tuned. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day.